listeners and viewers. This is the Faison View Podcast, episode 128. Man, I'm titling this episode Change. And we're going to get right into it today, man. Follow me on all platforms, Malik-spaceghost. I speak Malik, IG, Twitter. It's Daniel Malik is my Facebook. We're going to get right into it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Link is in bio on all platforms. Happy Father's Day edition. You know, happy Father's Day to all the good fathers out there. And for the ones that's not in your child's life, please get yourself together. Get yourself together. You man enough to make a child, man, take care of one. Point blank, period. Man, first, we're going to get straight into it. We're going to talk about the Central Park 5. We're going to talk about when they see us review. And I want to get into another serious topic of our African-American people getting killed. And it's just tragic, and I'm tired of seeing it, and it just keeps happening and getting brushed under the rug. It's so messed up, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I've reached my point, and the point has already been reached. Second, we're gonna talk about Drake and Breezy, that no guidance. You already know. Oh, this playing right now. Hey girl, you got it. They coming out with the summer jam, and we're gonna talk about some more music along. And lastly, we're going to talk about, is Kwahi the best player in the league, man? They won that championship. Much respect to them. Much respect. I was wrong about my prediction. I can hold that. You know, hey, man, straight into it. When they see us review, I absolutely loved it. It was very sad. It was very traumatic. It was a lot of low moments, but it was very influential in knowledge and gave me a lot of knowledge on the things I didn't know about the justice system. But I did know, but I didn't know to this extent of how they do us. You know, they always been doing us wrong. Our culture, exactly. They always been doing us wrong. So this documentary really hit home because it's about 14 to 16-year-old innocent young boys robbed of their youth, robbed of their childhood, robbed of their innocence, robbed of their families, and over a prosecutor who just wanted to lie on these young men because they were out in the park that night and pin a rape on these young gentlemen because a woman was raped and brutally attacked that same night. None of the DNA matched, none of the fingerprints matched, none of it matched. These kids were innocent, and some of them in the Central Park 5, in which who were locked up, such as Corey Wise, didn't even stay the whole time they were there at the Central Park when all these things were going on. They were all innocent bystanders, and it's so disappointing and sick, this whole documentary, because it goes to show just the title in itself. When they see us. When they see us, and they speak so much volumes in the topic if you're not really in tune. When they see us, when they see us colored people, as they like to look at us, or the N-word, when they look at us, they feel threatened. They feel bothered. Like, I really don't understand it. I really don't get it. We've been standing the test of time. We've been building ourselves, and we've gone through so much. And all we want is to be respected. But we can never be respected. This is a white privilege, and this is a white America. And I'm just speak the truth of the matter. And I'm not a racist, none of that. I love all people. But my people and my culture, we get tarnished every day. Everybody wants to be black until it's time to go to war about the things that we have to do in our daily lives, the things that we have to go through. We're frightened and scared just to get pulled over. We get pulled over. We think it's over. We probably won't make it and die. But another race or another person gets pulled over, and they talk back to the police. We don't have that luxury, and we haven't done anything to anybody. And it's sick and it's disgusting. So when they see us, it's about five young gentlemen that was innocent of a huge crime committed in the Central Park in 1989 to a white lady, a white bicyclist or whatever you want to call her. She was brutally raped. She was brutally beaten, battened up, and it was horrible. She almost didn't survive. And Linda Fairstein is who a lot of people are coming down on, but it's about time for after 30 years. That was 1989. This documentary came out in 2019. They were released from jail in 2002. So that goes to show how swept under the rug this situation was. But it wasn't swept under the rug when these young gentlemen were accused of this crazy, outrageous crime that they didn't do. And you got people like Donald Trump's sick self even back then, and it's crazy how time flies to where he's our president now. And look at how America has formed. Look how America has formed. Look how everything falls in line. Back in 1989, he wanted these kids, not knowingly if they were innocent, guilty or not, to have the death penalty. How sick-minded is that? And Linda Fairstein is a sick person. And I hope everything that she deserves, she's going to get to her. Because what she did back in 1989 to these children and snatched away their freedom and snatched away all their precious childhood time and all their precious moments with their family that they could have had, it's no price on that. None at all. So in this situation, in this case, Linda Fairstein tried everything in her power, not having DNA, not having any fingerprints, not even having the right location where they at. Use these young boys' minds against them since they were so young, and put these police officers in a role where they could depict these children's minds and depict it on each other, and they didn't even know each other. They didn't even know each other going to the park and knowingly they would come out probably not even seeing a light of day in a long time for something they didn't do. And it hurts because it really hurts because seeing the young man Corey Wise and what he went through, and him being just a good friend, going down to police station with Yusuf because they so-called knew he was out that night. Out of 30 to 35 boys, these 5 boys were depicted and picked out. And at first, Corey Wise wasn't even in that situation. He had left and went home. He only came back to see what was up his friend and didn't want to leave his friend. Corey Wise ended up spending 13 years in jail and robbed of his innocence, robbed of his childhood, and was battered and bruised and almost killed in jail for a crime he didn't commit on this white lady. And it sucks and it hurts because you really went to these depths to make sure a person of color took the rap for all these things going on. And it's so sickening because Corey Wise and all these young gentlemen, a part of the Central Park 5, are traumatized now. Traumatized. And yes, they settled for $41 million. Man, it's no price tag on that. And $41 million, I'm gonna be real with you, is nothing compared to the years they lost of their lives, of their childhood, with their families and what they went through, and the money that they had to spend on this case. It's nothing that can be replaced. And this lady, Linda Fairstein, that was the prosecutor in that case, is out here writing books about her trials and tribulations with her justice system, whatever her job is now. F her. She's a sick individual, and everybody in that situation, and in that case, the police officers, to the district attorney, to everyone in that situation is sick. To not even have any of this evidence, but to depict these young boys' minds and try to get them to pin stuff against each other and tell a lie without any evidence, and had these guys, these poor innocent little boys in rooms for hours and hours trying to squeeze something out of them. And back to my point about Corey Wise, this man was brutally beaten in jail, probably every day in jail of his life. And he had to go to solitary confinement just so they would not kill him. And this young man went to jail at 16 years old, robbed of his innocence. It's nothing. It's nothing that can be replaced. It's nothing that you can do about that. Nothing. And it's sick, man. It's sick. My people have been oppressed for a long time, and it's like nothing is changing. And I'm gonna segment to another topic, which is very similar, very very similar. Why within the last month, between May and June, and it's still the month of June, I had to research this, and I've been seeing it, but I'm gonna make sure I get everything right. In Memphis, a marshal shoots young black man in Memphis and kills him. I could be saying his name right. Ryan Twyman, unarmed father, shot 37 times in LA. A father of 3. And a lady harassed and almost shot and brutally harassed over her little child, forgetting to over her having her child in her arms and forgetting to pay for some teddy bear or some type of toy, and she was almost shot dead. And there's been other more cases within this month of May and June that just happened. And it's funny and it's crazy how that's swept under the rug, and y'all treating this as a sport, killing off us, our black people. Treating it like it's a sport. And everybody, and I don't care what nobody say, everybody wants to say when everybody's screaming Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. No. I'm not saying all lives don't matter. We're not saying that. But y'all don't go through the things that we have to go through. Especially as a black male. I ride in the car scared every day just to get pulled over, and what can transpire just being pulled over, unarmed, over a traffic violation, anything. The Trayvon's monitors were the Air Gardens, and the every situation, the Sandra Bland. Where's our just? There's no money for that. There's no money that can replace that. You can't replace someone's life. And it's sickening. I'm tired of it. I'm so sick and tired of these people thinking they can walk over us and do whatever they want with us. We're strong as a people, and we're going to stay strong. Point blank, period. And trust and believe that. We need to come together more, and we will stay strong. And we will stand together. And things like this will keep happening, unfortunately. But with love and care with one another, and brightening each other's minds, and stop hating on each other as a culture, we can build above this and rise above this. Forget them. And it's hard to say because our people's lives are just taken away so carelessly, so easily, without trial. Free everybody that just shot these innocent black men. This is sickening because of the color of our skin, and we're dealing with this. This is 2019, and it relates so much to 1989, the Central Park 5. It's ridiculous. And it's sick because this just came out, and now all of a sudden, once again, not all of a sudden, but once again, our black boys, our black men are taken away from us. The media doesn't delve into that. You might see it posted once or twice. You might see headlines about it, and then it's gone. And then it's gone like nothing ever happened. But we're supposed to be allies with the police. They're supposed to protect and serve. But how can you protect and serve when you killing off our people? For sport, it looks like. And I'm sick and tired of it. And with every bad comes a good. So all I can ask for us to do as a culture is keep building upon, and keep building upon, and keep building upon. Share with your brothers and sisters. Invest in your brothers and sisters. Have their backs. Because we're not promised tomorrow. Because these people in this system, they don't care about us. They never did. And we always have overcome. To this day, we have always overcome the oppressed. None of these people out here have been through what we've been through as a race. And there's no hate or no slander to anyone. I'm not racist. I love everybody. But the topic of the matter is our culture, man. Like I'm relating this situation, the Central Park Five, where a girl was badly raped and brutally beaten. You think they would care if that was a black woman? You think we would have that much headlines? You think somebody would want the death penalty sentence on them? Absolutely not. And this is the world we live in, bruh. And I'm sick and tired of having to see it because it's so much hurt that we go through every day as a people that y'all don't even understand. It makes us stronger. But also, we don't want to keep having to go through this. This just shows you what type of country we live in. It really does. It really does. And all I can be positive about is just standing up for what we believe in and standing up together. Because there's no telling if it's going to get better or worse. But right now, it's been worse. It's been worse. And all these motherfuckers can go to hell. Because karma is a bee. And it will come back on them. Trust and believe. The devil wants you to fail. But nah, we will overcome it. We will overcome it. We will overcome. Trust and believe that. For all of it. So on a lighter note, of course, I wanted to delve in that. But on a lighter note, man, we're going to talk about this Drake and Breezy album. I say album. I wish it was an album. This Drake and Breezy song, No Guidance. Man, hit. Straight up hit. When Drake and Breezy get on the song, you don't know what to expect because they've been beefing and at odds for a while. So they did it perfectly. They didn't step on each other's toes. Drake got in his bag. Breezy got in his bag. It was so tough. And Future's EP Save Me came out. A lot of people not fans of it, but I honestly like singing Future and melodic Future. It kind of reminds me of his Hendrix album. Save Me, the song Extra was just fire. Shotgun was fire. Love Thy Enemies, fire. Saint Lucia, fire. And if you really delve in, and then Zanny Damage, man, fire. When Future gets in that type of bag, I feel like that's the best Future. Because also he's not the person that you look for the best and the wildest content. But when he gets in that slow, melodic singing bag, he got some bars for you. He's saying some real stuff. And it just goes back to show like also that you can sing and get in your bag too, man. People like that too. People don't always want to hear just you rapping on a trap beat. I understand that. But when you get in that singing bag, man, you reaching way much more than the male audience. You reaching the female audience. You reaching the youth. You reaching the older. Because everybody can relate to a relationship. Everybody can relate to being heartbroken. Everybody can relate to, trials and tribulations with somebody else. You feel me? Polo G, man, shout out to him. I'm not a huge fan. My friends actually hit me to him, but he's actually a real good artist. So I love to shout him out. Polo G, his first official project was good. Dreamville, Down Bad, got me. Dreamville, I was just talking about that. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you come through. That's how you come through. Show them who can really rap. I understand that y'all been on a little drought because all the fame and all the credit goes to J. Cole. But y'all amazing artists. You got Ari Lennox over there. You got Bass. You got JID. Just doing their thing, man. And that Down Bad song was perfect and tough. Cause I messed with Young Nudie too. That came in. It was a fun song. It was a fun song. I like it. Tiger just came out. He went gold off rip because his song Taste. And then you got Lil Key that just came out with some fire too, man. So I'm just keeping y'all away to the new music, Man, Raptors win. I'm hurt, but hey, I'm not hurt because it's a different winner. So you can't be hurt by it. I just thought the Warriors was going to win. They had some bad injuries. It is what it is. There ain't no excuses. And the question of the day is, for real, is Kawhi the best player? And I could honestly say, you can't really debate it that much. He is the best player right now. And I would say that came more prominent because KD was out. and I'm not just trying to discredit Kawhi, but KD was out. I felt like Kawhi was already playing good and up to his level as well, but Kawhi took it to a whole nother level this postseason in general. He balled out. He did his thing, scoring, averaging 30 plus, leading in rebounds, assists, steals on the team. Man, they deserve everything more. They deserve that win. And Drake, you know he happy, man. He dropped them 2 songs, man, "Money in the Grave" or "Meta." I don't know how to say it, but it was just a good overall thing to happen for the state of the Raptors. It's their first NBA championship. Kawhi, I think he stays. To be honest, I really think he stays. And I think he is the best player in the NBA right now. You got you a player that can defend. He can pass the ball. He's unselfish. And he can get his shot and create a shot anywhere on the court. He is, I didn't want to admit it, but he is a Jordan-esque. But I'm not saying he's Jordan or even comparable. But he's Jordan-esque. The way he moves, the way he float through the paint, he was getting buckets. You can't hate on that, man. But look here. Every single week, man, subscribe to my channel, link in bio. You already know how I'm coming every week. You already know, man, 128. Faison View Podcast Change. Man, check me out, man. Y'all have a blessed one, man. Happy Father's Day to all the good fathers out there, man. God bless y'all, man. One.